In what has been a very fun series, the Oklahoma City Thunder and Portland Trail Blazers games have been nothing but short of entertainment. Not only due to the game and how back and forth the games keep seeming to go and people making runs, but it's also the fact that Russell Westbrook and Damian Lillard have been going at it in a little beef that they've just created. It's a lot of fun because we don't really see this stuff often, but the next closest thing I would say is probably the Brooklyn Nets 76ers game with Jared Dudley and all those guys with Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. But like I said, we're not here to talk about the Brooklyn Nets and 76ers game. We're here to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Portland Trail Blazers games because these games, like I said, have been nothing short of entertainment. My only complaint and my only problem with this series, and it's the reason why I'm going to title this video, was Colin Cowherd right about Russell Westbrook? Because when we look at Russell Westbrook and what type of talent he is, we know he's a guy that works harder, not smarter. He's been overlooked his whole life. At UCLA, no one was looking at him. During his college recruiting days, no one was looking at him. But now he's an MVP, averaging a triple-double for 3 seasons in a row. It's obviously an amazing feat, an amazing thing to do, especially in this NBA, where it seems like it's harder and harder now. But at the same time, my issue with Russell Westbrook, and it's the reason why I made a video last week talking about why they struggle in the first round, and it's the reason why, like I said, I'm titling this video, why is Colin Cowherd has been right about Russell Westbrook, is because when we look at everything in total perspective, I think that we do get blinded by the triple-double. I mean, when we look at the triple-double the first season when he won the MVP, a lot of us felt bad for Russell Westbrook because we thought that Kevin Durant did a very dirty thing. We thought he cheated on, it almost felt like he cheated on his wife almost. That's how it felt. But to me, when we look at it in retrospect, we know that Kevin Durant did the right thing, at least for his career, what he felt that was right for him. And I don't blame him for doing what he thought was right, because to me, when you do that, what it does is the fact that it allows you to be who you are. And I just think that Russell Westbrook finally realized that and then kind of got mad at him and then averaged the triple-double. Like I said, we felt bad for Russell Westbrook, and so he got the MVP award. But then again, he averaged another triple-double the next season, and I believe he didn't really get that many votes for the MVP, which is kind of crazy because when we think about it, last season before, they were all crazy about the triple-double, and then all of a sudden it doesn't matter anymore. And even in this season, right? This season, he averaged a triple-double for the 3rd straight season in a row and couldn't get a single MVP vote, not even a first, second, or 3rd place vote. And to me, that's kind of crazy, right? For a guy that averages a triple-double 3 seasons in a row, for the media who says it's very important, obviously it's not that important, and I believe what came about was that it was kind of like a pity MVP, which I don't think that's true at all, but it just kind of feels that way when you don't even give Russell Westbrook a MVP vote in the last 2 seasons. But the real thing that gets me frustrated about Russell Westbrook, and like I said, I made a video last week talking about it, is the fact that, to me, the reason why he struggles is because he doesn't play true to his game. It's the reason why I said that they should fire Billy Donovan. They should have fired Scott Brooks a lot sooner, because they need a coach in there. And that's the problem. Now that Russell Westbrook's about 30, 31 years old, he's not going to change his game. He's going to stay the exact same way the whole time. And that's the biggest thing and the biggest gripe that I have, is the fact that you could have prevented this earlier in the season, but the Oklahoma City Thunder got blinded by the fact that he plays so hard. He's a guy that'll play 110%, and that's something that you want on your team. You don't want a guy that plays 50%, 80%. You want a guy that goes full send, a guy that will go 100%, because when he does go 100%, that means that he's gonna, be there for you. He's gonna be your ride or die. But the problem is that guys like Russell Westbrook, or sorry, not Russell Westbrook, but Kevin Durant and LeBron James figured it out pretty early in their careers, is the fact that you need to work smarter, not harder. Because we saw what it did to LeBron James when he was with Cleveland. He worked hard his whole career. He worked hard and then ended up getting swept by the Spurs and never making it to NBA Finals since he joined Miami. And then, with Cleveland again the second time, but he didn't get to the NBA Finals consecutively until he got to Miami. And that's the same thing with Kevin Durant. He obviously knew that Russell Westbrook was going to be hogging the shots. He understood that Russell Westbrook is going to play a game that just doesn't suit them. Because when we really think about it, that 3-1 lead that they had against the Golden State Warriors, that should have never been a thing. That should have been something that should have been preventable, but obviously it didn't happen. So to me, when we look at it in retrospect, Kevin Durant did the right thing, and Russell Westbrook just hadn't changed his game. And it's the reason why Colin Cowherd keeps going at Russell Westbrook, because he knows, and if you want to watch a guy that does everything so well, obviously you're going to watch Westbrook. Obviously you're going to want to mimic Westbrook's game because he plays so hard. The problem is that when you work so hard, you don't really play smart. And the problem is that when you go 100% down and back the court, you're gonna do some erratic things. And that's the problem that Russell Westbrook just had, is that he did some erratic things, and obviously it cost him, as he went 5 for 21 in game 4. And I think he's shooting like what, 30% from the field, and maybe 30% from three-point land this whole series. Obviously the free throws have been a lot better this series, but to me, the fact that you're averaging about 30-something% for both three-point shooting and field goal percentage, and the fact that the Oklahoma City Thunder have not realized that yet, is the reason why I just get so frustrated. To me, like, I'm just getting frustrated talking about it, because it feels like I've been saying the same thing over and over again about Russell Westbrook. And the one thing that really irked me the most, and I know a lot of people kind of I don't know why they're not like more outraged about it, not even outraged, but just more questioning it, is the fact that Russell Westbrook, during the post-game conference, I should say, after game 4, the fact that he was so disrespectful to that reporter just to me tells you that he just doesn't get it. And I don't think he ever will, and that's not even a problem. But to me, does this leave a damage, or does this hurt Westbrook's legacy? Because to me, obviously averaging a triple-double for 3 straight seasons is an amazing accomplishment, and I love the way that he works and the way that he battles each and every time he's out on the court. He's a guy that won't dog it. He's a guy that will really give it 110%. But to me, the fact that he just did that to the reporter just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, because to me, the fact that you're looking at your phone, I mean, the thing is, it's very immature, and it's something that I can't agree with. I think I give a lot of players, I'm for player empowerment. I'm for players getting what they want and getting what they need in order to make sure that they're successful for not only their current careers or what they're going for right now, but also post careers, so that way they're not a guy that are losing money on some stuff that they shouldn't have done. And obviously I want that to be Russell Westbrook, but in terms of legacy. But the problem is that I think that Russell Westbrook's legacy is taking a huge hit right now, and it's the reason why, like I said, I think Colin Cowherd was right about a lot of the stuff that he talked about with Russell Westbrook. I know a lot of us don't really like Colin Cowherd because he has these outlandish takes, but I just think I think he's right in this aspect. The fact that Russell Westbrook is a guy that won't change his game, and is a guy that you can't build your team around in order to win a championship. It's unfortunate to say that, but that's just the way it is, because if everybody was built to get a championship, then everyone would have one. But the fact that it's guys like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, all these big star athletes are getting the championships. Not guys like Russell Westbrook, not guys like Giannis right now. Those guys, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, those guys are the epitome of guys that will get you a championship. But this is just going to be an interesting situation to see what happens with Oklahoma City and what they do. And also, do you think that Paul George regrets staying in Oklahoma City? Because to me, it feels like he is, just a little bit, because he thought it was going to be a lot better situation. Obviously, the problem with the Golden State Warriors is the fact that they don't really have that lot of three-point shooting. And it's the reason why, like I talked about in my video talking about why they struggle in the first round, is the fact that they just don't have it is the reason why they shouldn't take them. I understand that the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets are playing their game, and that's going to be the way that the NBA is probably going to move towards. But at the same time, if you're not going to be able to shoot threes, then don't take them. Be smart, take smarter shots, and obviously help your team out and win the way that you're supposed to. Instead of doing it the way that you're doing it now, which is hurting the team, you got to do it the other way, because I think that'll be a lot smarter for you guys, and it'll actually help you guys out more than anything else. But anyway, guys, that was just my opinion of the whole Russell Westbrook situation. What do you guys think of? Is Colin Cowherd right about Russell Westbrook? Is he wrong about him? I want to know your guys' comments and opinions and what you guys think of Colin Cowherd himself in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, my name is Bernie, here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also remember to hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss our videos talking about things like the NBA playoffs, talking about the Ben Simmons situation, which he kind of rectified in the last couple games. But let me know in the comment section, like I said, about the Russell Westbrook stuff. But anyway, guys, like I said, my name is Bernie. Check out those videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.